Так, и мы продолжаем с вами играть в Хогвартс Наследия. Я решил что-то сыграть чуть-чуть. Отдохнуть. А то... Блин, вообще отдохнуть не могу даже. Так вот чуть-чуть поиграю. Хогвартс. Отдохну немножко. Ох, после рабочего дня это так выматывает. Конечно, дни рабочие, это буквально пиздец. Да, выматывает.
It's time you learned the transformation spell.
Так,
After
отлично.
you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell.
Профессор Уизли.
Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Трансформация. Трансформация.
Revelio.
So this is the underground harbor.
Да, Хогвартс стоит много.
So this is the underground harbor.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may find...
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humor me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Well done! Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
The Founder's Relics.
No, the answer was the Deathly Hallows. According to Beadle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand,
Привет,
the
здорово,
Resurrection
Салат,
Stone,
как ты?
and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
Я вот сейчас в Гарри Поттер играю. Какой мяч, Квиддич самый большой?
The snitch.
I'm sorry, but the correct answer was the quaffle. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it
Можно
cannot be
сразу же
used
мне
to change
книжку,
species.
блять, мне не...
Well, I suppose this has gone
До
on long
твоих
enough.
загадок,
I'll
гребаных.
put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge
Задача
again,
снова
I have
проверь.
plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Не сейчас.
I don't have time for a quiz
Нет
at the
времени
moment.
на
Let me know if you
викторину.
change your mind. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Книга трансфигурации, средний уровень. Эта книга не пленной. Студент.
Professor
Всё
Weasley's
отлично.
tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Все, надо идти на урок, учиться новому заклинанию, трансформации. Так, куда нам идти? Ты на вопрос не ответил. Ты играешь в те игры, которые про солдатиков или нет? Какие игры про солдатиков? Не знаю никакие игры про солдатиков. Кроме Call of Duty, что-то такого, не знаю. Да, Хогвартс пиздец большой, конечно. Открывайся, дверь. Пожается. Армия, Сэндшторм. Но в основном такие игры не особо любители. Я вот тоже Call of Duty, я боевики не особо люблю. Что-то военное тоже. Я больше привык играть. Вот такие фантастика обожаю. Я в основном фантастику люблю. Звездные войны, там, Гарри Поттер. Такие фильмы. Потом... Блин, почему я кошку глажу? Видимо, случайно нажал. В основном я играю... Ну, нигде сражаться такие. Хотя мне Гарри Поттер очень нравится. Буквально всем. Звездные войны, топ, да. Все, будем изучать урок или что?
You have a new spell to teach me,
Профессор, я
Professor.
собираюсь
Yes. The transformation spell. But first,
Но
I'd like
сперва
you to carry
я
out a
бы
couple
хотел,
of
чтобы вы
tasks
выполнили
which will help you
задание
to
вашего
complete your field
руководства.
guide. Attend my transfiguration
Приходите ко
class
мне
once
на
you've done
урок
them, and we can begin the lesson.
закончить. А что я не закончил? Посети занятия по трансфигурации. А, нужно нажатие. Нужно ждать. Видимо, утром только. Отлично, занятие трансфигурации нужно посетить.
Beautiful.
Таки огонь. Вот она трансформация.
Settle down.
Садитесь,
Settle down.
садитесь.
Transfiguration, as you
Трансфигурация,
may be
как вы,
weary of
вероятно, уже
hearing me
устали
say,
от меня
is an
слышать,
exact
это точно
science
наука,
that
чтобы
can take a
преуспеть, в ней
lifetime
порой
to
могут
master.
понадобиться годы и
But
годы.
we
Но не
needn't be
спешите
daunted.
отчаиваться.
Almost anything can be
Трансфигурация можно
transformed
практически
if you
все
can
что
just
угодно.
perceive the potential within
Разглядеть
it.
скрытый
As I see in all of you,
потенциал, как вижу
tremendous
в вас
witches
я.
and wizards, every one of you. Or it
Если,
could
конечно,
just be
зрение
my
меня
eyesight.
подводит.
Now, you all
Итак,
know
вы
what
знаете,
to
что
do.
делать. Давай. Новое заклинание, трансформация, наконец-то. А ник PlayStation у тебя какое? Нет, не Вован.
Beautifully done.
Я не знаю, какой у меня ник.
Class is dismissed. And remember,
Uncle Roland
Это
sends
вообще
his best.
братин,
He
поэтому
often asks
я,
after you and his
братин
owls.
аккаунт, поэтому вот. Я не особо знаю, какое у него название. Профессор Уизли.
You wanted to discuss my progress so
Вы
far
хотели
this term,
обсудить
Professor.
I did.
успеваемость
You seem to
Да,
have had no
похоже,
trouble in
невероятно,
getting up to
что
speed.
вам не
And
сложно.
frankly,
И вы тут
excelling
тренируетесь,
in your
совершенно
schoolwork
закончите
this year.
учебные задачи оказались полезны.
Thank you, Professor.
Благодарю вас,
The extra
профессор.
assignments have been
Дополнительные
helpful.
задачи были
As I
очень кстати.
suspected they would be.
Так и вы
Now it
задумали.
seems
Что
you've
ж,
been making good
похоже,
use of
неплохо
the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it is needed.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Were your meetings with Professor Black's house elf and exploration of various caves down by the lake connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Not at all. I was intrigued by stories of a giant squid and wanted to learn more. I encountered Scrope, who seemed delighted to share what he knew.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Все.
If you wish to practice the spell you just learned.
Да, у меня есть вот он. Все, осталось запретное заклинание. Давай это Интерио изучить. И Авада Кедавра, ебать. Вот это самое мощное заклинание. Так, дай-ка. Трансформация.
Glad to see you were paying close attention to my demonstration of the transformation spell.
Я в GTA 4 пошел играть. Давай, удачи, солдат, удачи.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at the goblin mines. Meet me there.
Mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Uncle Roland sent it back.
Какие задания у нас появились? Тени шахты. Севастьян ждет вас. Давай опасное открытие выполним. В принципе, Себастьян.
I can't believe.
Might some kind soul help me?
А в крипте. Отлично. Войдем в крипт.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Вот почему нам пришлось использовать Круцио, чтобы попасть в скрипториум. Я не хотел делиться знаниями с теми, кто боится сил темной магии. Сожалею, что пришлось использовать Круцио.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it. Because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
If only a new student would help me with my sad predicament.
There you are. The Cross Wands duelist to beat.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
Not much of a dark art.
Over here. This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a port key that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Anne is getting worse. If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the Catacomb.
seems a pleasant enough little place. Mysterious and a bit unsafe.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned.
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't, I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do. I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb. I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
Lumos.
Lumos.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. This room is taller than it looks. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant. Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. All this grass, it no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
Revelio.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd. But there's something here by the altar.
What did you find?
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. I have the report if you want to have a look. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades. I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. we need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this.